pay attention to. This is a very serious question. When you look at what others say is a flower, when you look at it through your electron microscope, the flower disappears. But the atoms are there. So these atoms, the combination of these atoms do not appear as a chocolate to somebody else. It only appears as a flower to others. So there's something there. On the basis of which other people can see this as a flower, not as a chocolate. So there's something there. Is this a question?
Yeah.
What is that something?
I'm asking you.
Is this a question? Okay. This is very important question. This is very important question. What is that something? In fact, 3 or 4 people asked the same thing. You remember? Raise your hands those who asked the same thing. Something is there. I said remove the subject, 2 subjects. Ultimate analysis, conventional, you remove them. What is there? I asked, and the 3 or 4 people, they said that something is there. We cannot express it, what that is, but there's something there. Now this is what is coming up. Something is there. Okay, so for this, technically speaking, what do we need to, okay, okay, let's see. Okay. Okay. What is in my left hand? Nothing is there. What is in my left hand? Mala. What is in my left hand? Nothing is there. Nothing is there. You getting it? Okay. Now, okay. How many things are there now? How many things are there? Endless many things. Okay. What is this? Huh? Cat. Pecan. The cat. Cup. Cat. Pecan. Pecan. Okay, that's a pecan. Okay, how many things are in my left hand? Nothing. How many things are there in my left hand? 1. Not 2. Okay. Okay, now tell me. The peacock, right? Okay, let's see. There's only one thing, that's the peacock. Right? The color of the peacock, is it in my hand?
Yes.
Color of the peacock, is it in my hand? Color of the peacock and the peacock, these two one are different. These are one. The shape of the peacock and the peacock is one is different. Shape of the peacock and the color of the peacock, these two one is different. Different. Different means 2 or more. Not 1. So how many things are there? There are more than 1. Right? There are more than 1. Right? Okay. You go to a shop and give 1 shekel and say that there are more 2 shekels. Right? They will say that. Go to the mental hospital. Right? Okay. So, how many things are there? There's one thing. But if I ask you more questions, we get stuck. The color of the peacock is there. Shape of the peacock is there. Right? Atoms of the peacock is there. There are millions of things there. Okay, there are millions of things. Whereas, if you say that there are many things, other people may think that what's going on in this hall. Something's wrong. Something's wrong. Right? Okay. So what's the answer? Many things or one thing? In my hand. Hey. Many means there is At home, you should be very careful. In the streets and shops, be very careful. Right? If you say 1, how would you respond to all these questions? Conventional, how? Okay, this is the dilemma. How can you resolve this dilemma? Is when we say there's one thing, say if I go to the shop, very sincere, the people who are not exposed to philosophy, if I ask them how many things are there in my hand, what will they say? 1. They will never say 2. Why they say 1? It's because, okay, the peacock is there, absence of flower is there, absence of flower is there in my hand or not? Hey, absence of flower is there. Absence of flower and the peacock, these two are 2 or different? These 2 are same? Different. Different means 2 or more, right? It's not 1. Okay. So, now look. Absence of flower is there. Absence of tiger is there. absence of mind, the mind, right? Mind. Mind river is there. Right? Absence of star is there. There are so many things there. But in the street, people said there's only one thing. Because people are interested in one is tangible object. They only count the tangible object. Tangible object. You're getting it? Okay. Now, tangible object, the peacock is there. Color of the peacock is there. Shape of the peacock is there. Shape of the peacock, the color of the peacock, these 2 are 1 or different. These 2 are different. Different means 2 or more. It's not 1. Okay. Now, how to resolve that question? This is a very serious question. You getting it? For that, how to resolve this? For this, how to resolve this? We say that there's only one thing. But if I ask questions, color, shape, again there are 2. How to resolve this? For this, we have to know what is known as entities and isolates. This is extremely important concept. Entities and isolates. Entities meaning what is there when you go to an object. To know what is there, you are looking for the entities. When you go to a subject, you are looking for the isolates. You getting it? When you go to an object, you are looking for the entities. When you go to a subject, you are looking for the isolates. You getting it? Okay. How to go to an object? How to go to an object? And how to go to a subject? Okay, that will do. Very quick. Okay, let's say, do you agree with me? This is, if you ask me where's peacock, I say this is peacock. Correct or not correct?
Yes.
If you ask me where's the color of the peacock, I say this is the color of the peacock. Correct or not correct? Hey.
Yes.
If you ask me where's the shape of the peacock, I say it's here. Correct or not correct? Okay. Did I point to the same object or did I point to different objects? Same. I pointed to the same object for the reference of the 3 different labels. Peacock, color of the peacock, shape of the peacock, right? I pointed to the same object for the reference of the 3 different labels. Which means object-wise, these 3 are all 1. When you go to this object, these 3 are 1. In your thought, in your subject, these 2 are different. How different? I'll give you an example. Better would be to do with the table. Okay. Is this a table? Hey, I'm pointing my finger. Is this table?
Yes.
Okay. Where's the top plank of the table? Is here. Correct or not correct?
Yes.
Where's the table? Is here. Correct or not correct?
Yes.
Both are correct. So, entity-wise, the table and the top plank of the table, these 2 are 1 because I can point to the same object for the reference of the 2 labels. Right? Now, the next question is, okay, we are going to meditate. We go to the subject now. Object, we see that these 2 are 1. We go to the subject. We go to the subject, pertaining to the table and the top line of the table. Ready? Okay, close eyes. Close eyes. We're now going to. We're not looking at the object. We're going to look at the subject. How to look at the subject? I'll give you the instructions. Okay, first, think of the table. Think of the table. Think of the table. Okay, next, think of the top plank of the table. Think of the top plank of the table. Okay, now open your eyes. Tell me, in your mind, in your subject of mind, in your subject, the mind, is there any difference between the table and the top line of the table? Difference? No difference? Huh? Okay, raise your hands those who said, yes, there is a difference between the two. Raise your hands in your thought. Okay, those who raise your hands, can you explain what's the difference?
With legs and the outlet.
Huh?
Image come to mind. A different image come to mind.
Two different images come to your mind, like what?
One has legs, one
No, don't say just one because
the rectangle has legs.
okay, when you say table,
The
when I
image
think of table,
Yeah.
by the way, I do not ask you to think of the image of the table. I ask you to think of the table. Don't think of the image of the table, think of the table. Right? When I think of the table, when the CPL thinks of the table, the top line along with the legs
Yes.
come to your mind. When you think of the top line of the table, just a flat thing without the legs.
Yes.
Right? So there's a difference there. In your mind, there's a difference. On the object, I can point to the same object. So when I go to the object, top line at the table, top line of the table and the table, I can point to the same object, which means that these two are entity-wise one. But in your mind, they appear as different. So these two are isolated-wise different. You're getting it? Okay. Now with this, we are going to the main question of Netta and others. The question is, with a flower, when you go with the ultimate analysis, when you go towards the flower, you see the atoms. And then you the flower disappears, but something is there. You're getting it? Okay. Now the point is, let's say, atoms with the electron microscope, do you see the atoms? Hey, you're tired. Empty is not easy, right? Empty is not easy. It becomes very tiring. Okay. With the electron microscope, do you see the millions of atoms?
Yes.
You also see the absence of the flower? Yes, no?
Yes.
Oh, okay, yes. You see both. These two, absence of flower and the atoms, these two are entity-wise one or different? One. Whereas the absence of flower is there. Whereas the bunch of atoms is there. I can point to the same object for the reference of the two different labels, right? So, flower, the absence of flower and the emptiness of the flower. No, absence of flower and the bunch of the atoms. These two are entity-wise one. Isolate-wise one or different? Different. You're getting it? Okay, I'm very happy that you're getting it. Absence of flower and the bunch of atoms, these two are isolated-wise different. And those of you who are very seriously interested in this, we're going to do more detail into this during the 3-day residential course. All these details, I'm skipping many points here, right? Okay, so there, these two are two different isolates. Of the two isolates, your mind should pick up the absence of the flower. Your mind should not be focused on the bunch of atoms. The moment your mind is focused on bunch of atoms, again that mind becomes the conventional analysis. It is not ultimate analysis. Your mind focus on the absence of flower, that is ultimate analysis. Focus on the atoms, it becomes the conventional analysis.
If you go even.
Keep going, same thing. Keep going. Again, you see the atoms. Atoms is also made of electrons, protons, neutrons. Electrons, protons, neutrons. Again, there you can see the absence of the atoms or the electrons, protons, neutrons. The moment you think of the isolate of the atoms, electrons, protons, neutrons, that becomes the conventional analysis. When you say absence of atom, that is the ultimate analysis. You getting it? This is how we look at things. Okay, this will be a little technical, but more detail we will do in the 3-day residential course. Any questions before we leave for the next?
I didn't get the understand what you said.
There's something there.
No, not there's something there.
Okay.
But any circumstance, it appears as a flower and not as a chocolate.
Yes. Very good. This is known as infallible dependent origination. This bunch of atoms will infallibly appear as a flower, not as a chocolate. And the dairy milk chocolate, the bunch of atoms there, they will invariably appear as a chocolate, not as a flower. This is known as the infallible dependent origination. How? By the dependence on these factors, your karma, and your perception, all this combined together will create the appearance of the flower, not just a chocolate.
Dependent on time. It is dependent on time.
How?
If you look at it 300 years, this and chocolate, it will be the same. And go back to all in one. So
Okay.
the scale of time.
Okay, let's say dependent on time. Dependent on time, yes. Dependent, for example, say the okay. How many of you know bell bottom? Bell bottom. Oh. Those who are 50 plus, you know that. Bell bottom. The trousers. Yeah, those 40 plus, no, 50 plus, they know this. 45 plus, you know that. Right? 45 below, 30 below, you will not know that. Okay. Those who do not have this sparkling face, which means you don't know this. Young ones, they don't know this. Right? 40 plus, they know this. Huh? Okay. Okay. Say how many of you know that? Bell bottom. Elders, okay. Okay. The alone. Can you describe it? Alone, yeah.
Trousers.
Huh?
You go down, they're enlarging.
Yeah, they go down, it is very broad, right? And it's not heavy. In those it's very decent. Very decent, which means you are less than 20. Right? Okay, so what I'm saying is that in time, how the time plays a role. Those days, you see the bell bottom, wow. If you don't have the bell bottom, something's wrong with you. Right? You're not allowed to come for a decent conference without the bell bottom. With the bell bottom, you enter. Without the bell bottom, what are you doing? You're on the beach. Right? You will be disqualified. Now, if you come with the bell bottom, something's wrong with you. Right? Time factor also plays a role, great role. Any more questions? Yes, over there.
So you said that about the chocolate and the flower, that this bunch of atoms seems to my perception as a flower. But I think that all of us agree that this is a flower.
Yes, so.
Dependent on our karma. So
Yes.
it doesn't mean that we all have like the same karma, but we all agree that this is a flower and not a chocolate.
Okay, wonderful, amazing.
Actually, the example of a flower is maybe a little bit different. If you use a rock,
Yes.
it would be exactly the way you described it. A bunch of atoms, emptiest, but the flower you perceive not only with your eyes, but you also smell the flower. So if you saw a bunch of atoms, you would still smell the flower. So it couldn't be anything else.
Okay.
In fact, the smell is something that remains even after.
This is again amazing. So this kind of discussion must continue. The question is, you may see the atoms, the flower disappears, but the smell is still there, right? You cannot avoid the smell. Okay, subject the smell to the ultimate analysis, even the smell will disappear. You getting it? As of now, you have not subjected the smell to ultimate. If you subject the smell to ultimate analysis, even the smell is nothing but made of atoms, you agree with me or not? Even the smell is made of atoms. Now this very perfume, beautiful fragrance, amazingly sweet fragrance, even that is nothing but the bunch of atoms come in contact with your nose senses. Bunch of atoms. And none of the single atom has this fragrance. Guaranteed. None of the single atom has that fragrance. You're getting it? Even that is coming out of your illusion light. Yes, over there.
I met a blind guy.
Yes.
And somehow I always got this impression that when I was told something, I used to say, even you can see. I would say, you can see, forgetting that it's blind. And somehow I got always the impression that in another way he can see. I mean, he could see this flower, maybe it's an intuition or something very deep in his existence, but somehow he could see. So maybe this what exists.
Okay, that's amazing. That's amazing. Did you follow? Okay, again, this is a good question. I'd like to paraphrase the question. Say, what we say as a flower is something visual. If it's purely visual, then the blind person should not be seeing this. But although we get the feeling that he or she could not see this, but somehow, if you're being with the person, slowly you come to sense that he or she is actually sensing all these things. So something is there. That is the object that is independently of the subject. Is what I'm saying? Okay. This is a very amazing thing. So our job is continue this journey. Don't just leave it with one day. Right? This is a very important. All these questions, for example, the fragrance coming, then you still the person could sense something there, right? So this is something a very important inquiry, exploration. So what I would say is that what is happening is that you're saying, yesterday we just vaguely touched what is known as self-grasping ignorance. Were you there yesterday? Were you there
Yes.
yesterday? Okay. We just touched a little bit about self-grasping ignorance. So say the self. What is there with me? It's just I have the body. Then I have the mind. Right? I'm a boy, I'm a male. It's all because of my body. And then I'm compassionate, I'm not compassionate. I'm intelligent, I'm not intelligent. It's all the mind. Besides these two, there's nothing there as the Dorji. You getting it? So, they say the body, the blind person cannot see. My mind, nobody can see. Nobody can see. Yet you can sense Dorji there. Right? So this is, on the basis of the body and the mind, your mind constructs Dorji there. Right? This construction can happen with anybody, even with the blind person. So they sense that you are sensing something which he cannot sense. You are sensing something, you appreciate it, beauty, you don't talk to it, but you value this, and you think the person could sense that this object which you are seeing, that is something which lasts for only a few days, not for like years. So from there the person constructs an object which you call as flower, construct the object, and the person will relate to that object. That construction is done by the mental consciousness. Mental consciousness, nobody is blind. Mental consciousness is active with everyone, until somebody is in coma or vegetative stage. Yeah.
Impudent question.
Yes.
I understand the Buddha spoke about emptiness. I understand the Buddha spoke about emptiness. I haven't heard of anybody that said that he experienced emptiness. Emptiness is not intuitive. It's a project of intellectual analysis, which I don't understand that I'm beginner. I'm asking, maybe it's all wrong. Who said it is truth? Maybe
Okay.
it's a nice invention, profound, maybe, but it's intellectual and it doesn't exist. I mean, Buddhism exists 2,500 years. Okay, it's time that we know that 10,000, 1,000, 2 people experience that. What are we talking about?
Okay, so let us say this. Did you all follow the question? This is very important. Yesterday, in fact, I quoted Buddha's teaching. I quoted it, which says, just as the goldsmith tests the purity of the gold by cutting, rubbing and burning the gold, you should also examine my words and put them into practice, not simply because you respect me. This is an extremely profound and the rational thought. Right? So finally, say, I can say something. Another person can say something. Thousands of people can say 1,000 things. Finally, you have to decide. How will you decide?
Experience.
Huh?
Experience.
Experience it. And where? Quantum physics, how will you decide? I say quantum physics is true. Another person says quantum physics is rubbish. So how will you decide? You experience quantum physics? Study. Very important. Right? Some are very profound objects which we have to study. Some which are very easy. Okay. I'll tell you one I'll describe one edible, and you tell me whether it's correct or not correct. There is one edible known as chura. Chura. And the taste of the chura is sour. A little sour. Okay, how would you verify that? Do you trust me? No?
I will eat it. I will try.
Very good. If it is edible, you don't have to ask Buddha whether what he says is correct, not correct. Just give me one chura. Give me one falafel. Taste it. Oh, it's not sour. You said it's sour, you're full. Yes, that's sour. It's very tasty. It's very tasty. You said it. Very tasty, very tasty. Good. Right? There are some phenomena, objects, which are so evidently understandable. Evidently, you can experience them. Those things, you experience directly. Some, you cannot experience directly. Quantum physics, it's not something that you can experience directly, right? You sit with Niels Bohr, and then instantly you get quantum physics. No? So for that, you have to study, right? Emptiness falls in this category, where you have to study. Study yourself. Some people say things are empty of objectivism. Some say, no, things are solidified there. Right? Who do believe? Just study. Study both. And be able to paraphrase both. To the extent that both sides says that you understood my concept well. And then you decide. Don't believe. You don't have to believe anywhere. Yes, over there?
We have to take a break.
Okay, yes. Okay. Tea time, tea break. And then we will have questions. Few questions there. Yes, over there. Okay, tea break. Yes.